sky was burning. The clouds red with twisted fire. Lightning moving across them. And they descended upon everything. Like a furious battle between God and Satan, good and evil. Like a fire vortex.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to some more SGL Season 9 action. My name is Luis, and Rydog will be joining me shortly in the commentary booth, but appreciate everyone being here tonight. Good to see Funk, Pones, see Maz and Chad obviously running the stream. Kiwi, what's up, man? And yeah, looking forward to tonight's action. We have the locals of San Diego FC Football Club versus ECRC. So it should be a good series. Just got done playing with 4 of the players that will feature tonight. So both sets of players have had their warm up, and I'm really looking forward to this series. The locals are in the lobby, so we are waiting on the ECRC contingent, of which they actually might be in the lobby as well. No, they're not, but they will be joining us shortly. So appreciate everyone being here. Shorts 53, good to see you as well in chat. And yeah, it should be a good one. Obviously, ECRC playing their best ball of the season so far, given their win last week, as well as just better performances that they've had over the the latter stages of those first 2 weeks. And yeah, so I look forward to ECRC coming away with a win tonight. For the locals, not been the start of the season that they wanted, but the locals have a bunch of quality as well. They finished really high in this season, season 8 standings. Didn't have the playoffs they would have wanted, but yeah, looking forward to tonight's action. I am going to predict ECRC 3-1 in the series, or even a 3-0. Might give the locals one game in the series, but should be a fun one nonetheless. Bing Bong, welcome to chat. Toe Death, what's up, man? Yeah, we mentioned it. Played with Mackie Ducky and one of his buddies against the ECRC side in ranked as well. So that was a good warm up for ECRC. Did take that game in pretty convincing fashion. I must say so myself. But yeah, just waiting on the Seattle side in the lobby, and we'll get started here shortly. So chat, appreciate y'all being here. 12 a.m. on the West Coast, or on the East Coast, excuse me. 9 p.m. on the West Coast, of which both of these clubs are located. So appreciate everyone being here on a Tuesday/Wednesday morning. Ponzi says I've got 1,500 on ECRC right now. So hopefully the gambling addict Ponzi wins his points tonight. I did not bet, of which I probably should have, because I would have put my money on ECRC as well. I currently have 116,000 channel points for SGL, so pretty good. Pretty good. Short said 3K on the underdogs, up the locals. That'll be a good return on your investment. And speaking of the teams, both are in the lobby, and I think we're ready to go. For the locals, it seems like they'll be trotting out their normal 3. So you have Mecky Ducky, Dr. Aquatic, and KJ Overlay Doughboy himself. On the ECRC side, going to be no Gojo so far in the lobby, so a bit of a different look. And I'm honestly excited for this look as well. Obviously, Gojo, a big component of this team for various seasons, but Howling Moon making a return to the lineup, and hopefully he gets his first SGL Series win under his belt. But here we go. Game number 1, locals versus ECRC. Let's see how we get on. So far, really good start from ECRC. Love the passing play. Toad to Smashly. Smashly to Howling Moon. What a save. Lovely save off the goal line for the locals there. Really bright start. As you see, Mecky Ducky gets the demo on the aerial, and Dr. Aquatic finds the back of the net. 1-0 to the locals. Very good aerial play from the Duck, and Dr. Aquatic finds the bottom left corner, and it's 1-0 to the locals. Right, Dog, what's up, man? Welcome.
I'm here. Sorry, I was just We're just talking with the Axe and Rose boys. We were doing some fun replay review and getting them ready for their match this week. So,
Hell yeah, W.
I
Yeah.
can't remember who they play, but that's for a later time. We've got a match tonight.
Hell yeah. And it just invited you. So far 1-0 to the locals. Game number 1. We literally just started, so
Perfect.
you have not missed much at all. As we see it. Ooh, what a play by Dr. Aquatic. So far, Dr. Aquatic's been playing really well. He's locked in, so that's good to see from Dr. Aquatic. And
he's the defensive mastermind of the team. I remember when we played locals week 1, like he was saving everything, and it's like, oh, this is a for sure goal, and it's not, because Dr. Aquatic's always right there. So when he's locked in, good things happen for locals.
Yeah, and he's like a super streaky player. Like, he can be the best player on the pitch, or he can be the worst player on the pitch. But luckily for the locals, he's been the better player on the pitch in more series than not. So, almost had a really good bump play from the Duck. But, oh, we see a back pass right off. Can this be a goal for ECRC? It can't, but I like back passes. So, I know it didn't come off there, but I appreciate it.
Absolutely, and we see Smashley in the lineup again. I'm sure you guys talked about that quite a bit already after having a insane performance last week when Howling Moon was out. And a little fun fact about ECRC, which is funny that I popped in a little bit late, obviously, and you probably already talked about it, but ECRC were practicing yesterday some ranked 3s. It was Howling Moon, Toad Death, and Gojo. So funny to see Smashley in the lineup tonight as the other 3, or that combo 3 were practicing. Nelly and I ran into them in ranks, so and unfortunately they did beat us, but I'm going to blame our third teammate, who was not in queue with us, of the reason why we lost. So.
Yeah, funny enough, you mentioned that. We talked about it a little bit earlier as we see a shot from Toad Death. Good save by the Duck there. Me, the Duck, and one of the Duck's friends were playing ranked just before this, and we did run into the ECRC, these 3. So a lot of ranked for the ECRC side, so good to see that. They're getting some action and practice in, which is always good to see. I always like to see the SGL teams grind and ranked and getting better. So, yeah. How was the result of y'all's ranked game, if I may ask? Or I guess you lost, right? Or...
Yeah, we lost, and honestly, they played well, right? And they played kind of similar, as we see an unfortunate miss from Howling Moon as the man of the hour right now. Dr. Aquatic doubles his goal tally, but yeah, they played how they play in SGL. I know that sounds kind of weird, but I knew what to expect. Of course, Nelly knew what to expect, but our random Q3 teammate did not know what to expect, and so that's why we lost. That's all I'm gonna say. And they can say otherwise, but that's the truth. So.
Well, so far a bit of a surprise result, as we still have 2 minutes to go here. The locals playing really good ball, and gonna come down to ECRC here in the last 2 minutes, see if they can put their finishing boots on. They've had a lot of pressure right on, but they really haven't had too many solid shots on the net. But as I say that, KJ off the crossbar, close. Mecky Ducky can't get the follow. But yeah, the locals are playing pretty good ball right now.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's obviously quite the turnaround as we see a huge, I don't know, crazy crap in the front of the net here, but no goal there for ECRC as Howling Moon's going to take this off the backboard. Dr. Aquatic, of course, is right there to clean it up. But it's definitely a huge bounce back for locals, right? I know I'm the one saying this being biased, but just, you know, TA just kind of running all over them in week 1 and kind of making them look not like the locals we're used to seeing, but it's encouraging to see how the results have been these last few weeks, and of course starting out in game 1 here against ECRC.
Yeah, Howling Moon to Smashley, and that's a really good passing play, and it gets a goal back for them. They're within 1 goal with 50 seconds to go. Lovely play from Howling Moon to Smashley. Smash is always in a really good spot in the slot to score goals like that, and that's more of the ECRC ball that we're used to seeing, and it's a 1-goal game.
And yeah, of course, I think we've mentioned it too on either past streams or on the podcast and stuff too, Luis, about how like their play style has changed, and the defense, I'm not sure where it was, but it's Mr. Mechanical Duck. I think he wanted to do something cooler there, but he realized he didn't really need to.
Yeah, Howling Moon just not really expecting the Duck to do what the Duck ended up doing there, and what a response from the locals after conceding their first goal of the game. And are they going to go with a game 1 win here? I mean, this is kind of a surprise. I said that the locals would get 1 game, so I did give them 1 game. I think you could really predict a sweep if you're being honest, but As I say that, Toad dead.
Hold on a minute. Yeah.
With the glue. The Toad's got the glue on the car, and it's 3-2.
Yeah, hold on a minute, Luis. This game 1 isn't over yet. That's a really good catch and a really good air triple from Toad. And as I was kind of mentioning, and funny enough that goal kind of goes in like that, it's been more of a solo play kind of thing from ECRC, which, like I said, I think you've mentioned in the past, Luis, of we're used to seeing that passing play, right? Like their first goal from, Howling Moon to Smashly, right? We're so used to seeing that, as we see a Rule 1 between Howling Moon and I think it was Dr. Aquatic. So we'll see the last 20 seconds here. 2v2 is we love the respect for the game over everything.
Yeah, and it's gonna be interesting to see how they play these last 10 seconds. Toad Death, can he get a center ball? He can't. Mecky Ducky's there, but he misses the ball. Can this be a chance? And I don't think so. Game 1 is gonna go the locals' way. What a start to the series for the obvious underdog.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's gonna be Dr. Aquatic, who may not be the top of the scoreboard, but is definitely, at least when I popped in a little bit late, the man of the match too. Of course, you see Mecky Ducky there doing a little bit of everything. There with 1 goal, 1 assist, and 2 saves there. But I will say ECRC tend to start fairly slow, and so I think if I was here a little bit earlier, I probably would have given locals game 1 as well. I know obviously that prediction looks really good right now, but yeah, I think ECRC will turn it up, and obviously I personally know Howling Moon, and I know how competitive he is, along with, of course, the other 2 of his teammates as well. So they'll bounce back here in this game too. Although they didn't play, I thought, that poorly. There were just a few kind of small mistakes, small misses off the backboard, etc., that kind of led to locals taking the lead there and taking the game. So we'll see how they adjust.
Yeah, the Duck, top of the leaderboard, doing the Duck things. Mecky Ducky, good to see him playing really well. Obviously, we know the season he had last season, so these first few weeks haven't been quite to that standard, so good to see him back in that form. Shorts in chat, first Rule 1 of the season, maybe. I don't remember any other ones. At least not in any of my series that I've played so far.
Speaking of shorts, we were supposed to do one at the beginning of our series, and we didn't. So I'm a little upset about that, but I will get over it as we get into game 2.
Yeah, and I'm just really looking forward to see if the locals can keep up this pace. I mean, I fully expect ECRC to come back here, but again, the locals playing their best ball that I've seen them play so far this season, and I know they ended up beating the EC Eternal, but even in that series, I didn't think they played too well. But so far here in game number 2, good start for ECRC, the ball in the blue half.
And I don't know if this, I may have missed this with the first half of game 1, but just not a lot of physical play. I feel like, you see Toad being physical there. I think you saw it at the end of game 1. As I say that, he has a demo on Dr. Aquatic, but that's kind of the trademark, as Doughboy says. Smashly, you too, buddy. But not a lot of demos and physical play so far, so we'll see how that kind of plays out for ECRC, as especially Doughboy too on the other side, who's typically known for his demos as well.
Yeah, it will be interesting to see if they bring in that physical play. Howling Moon tried the center ball there, kind of got caught up on the wall, and Dr. Aquatic's got a lot of space here. Can he use it? He's being chased around Toad Death, but Howling Moon there, and I'm liking Dr. Aquatic so far, man. He's playing really, really well in these first game and a quarter. To see a pre-jump, oh my god, that was almost a crazy pre-jump. Oh, but Mecky Ducky misses the ball, and Howling Moon misses too. Can they score? They can!
It's actually a really good bump from Dr. Aquatic. I really like that, as you saw, I think it was Smashly there on our Toad Death on the goal line, and ended up kind of just sweeping across there and not get the free shot, as there's a lot of panicking kind of going on, as we see a shot from Dr. Aquatic, easy save from Toad Death, but better from ECRC, a little bit more panicky from locals. We'll see if they can clean that up, as we see Dr. Aquatic go for a double, a triple, not quite, froze the defense, and mechanical duck. Might have a copy paste in chat. I'm not sure what that. I don't know what that is.
April Fools, bro. It's April Fools.
Oh, okay. I like that though. I think they should keep that. I think they should keep that.
Yeah, obviously, if you guys have been playing Rocket League today, you've seen all the crazy quick chats. Thank you, Psyonix, doing at least a little bit something fun for the game, which is very rare for them to do. And yeah, great start for the locals. Dr. Aquatic, I love the patience on that play to play it off the wall instead of just shooting the ball first. And yeah, lovely start to game number 2 for the locals, and ECRC find themselves in a hole who, in which I'll be honest, I just didn't expect this. This is just really good locals play.
Yeah, absolutely. You don't want to discredit it at all, but I do want to point out too, and this is more of a hypothetical question as we see some Smashly and Toad Death passing. I'm going to hold my thought as we see the vintage ECRC there come out. It's a Howling Moon off the backboard. Toad Death repays the favor off the backboard, and Smashly coming in right over Doughboy's head to level it. But I guess where do you see like a Gojo fit into this series, right? Like how does that affect, right, ECRC's play style? You know, of course, them losing game 1, and of course they just leveled it here in game 2, but just how that solo play kind of more mentality would affect, you know, a game like this. It's always interesting to wonder as we see a lot of crap going on, and as that stuff happens, Howling Moon says, locals, you don't need your lead anymore, I will take it back.
Yeah, good first touch. KJ on the goal line just can't get up in time, and he puts it bar down, and good response from ECRC, really, and just the offensive pressure just led to a goal like that. You know, even KJ, I mean, he had full boost, but that zone time, you know, it's gonna result in oh my god, I can't even speak. Goals, excuse me, more often than not, and so good response for ECRC, and I think it just speaks to the kind of team they are, as we see Toad Death 3-1, and yeah, I think it's safe to say that they've responded right pretty well.
Yeah, and I think I want to answer my own question and say that, not to say Gojo's a bad player by any means, we all know what he can do, but the passing right now from ECRC is incredible, and given the vintage, you know, Toad Death Smashly Spanky vibes that we're all used to seeing nowadays, and so it looks really good, and they've leveled up their play here as we're gonna see Smashly turn on this. I'm surprised he actually didn't pass that to Toad Death.
Yeah.
I was ready to say that line, but it didn't quite happen. So as we see a mess from Dr. Aquatic as we praise him, unfortunately Toad Death is gonna just tap it home, and it's another insurance goal for ECRC.
Yeah, I'd love to see Dr. Aquatic's perspective on that. He just kind of went up for a ball that just wasn't there, and ECRC says thank you very much. And 4 unanswered goals here in game number 2. Just the response you would have wanted if you're an ECRC fan in chat. And yeah, if you're the locals here, you kind of just had to clamp down and get back to what was working. But this could be a chance here. Can Doughboy get it? No. Howling Moon to the rescue.
I will say I'm very impressed with ECRC's boost management. It always seems like they have boost at all times, and of course I say that Toad doesn't have any boost, but and of course Howling Moon, as I say that, doesn't have any boost, but I feel like that's the way they've been attacking, right? Where you see 2 or 3 players with boost, and so they're able to do those passing plays. They're able to have these long attacks because of the boost management that they're having, as we see another big clear coming out from locals. But we're seeing if locals can turn this into attack, as we see a double demo from locals. Can Aquatic get this in the middle? Smashly there to rush back. It's going to be a double commit. Who can be there for locals? It's Doughboy. It's off the crossbar. And Toad Death with a save on Mechanical Duck. Locals are going to stay on the attack, but that's got to be a goal, right, for locals?
Yeah, surely, and the boost is still kind of an issue. Smashly, the only one with any, and he does really, really well to get the ball out of the zone. As we see, ooh, a bit of a whiff there from Mr. Dr. Aquatic himself, and that's a bad 50. Can Smashly finish? He can't. KJ is in an awkward spot, and really good recovery from KJ there to prevent the 5th goal. And they basically have to score now if they want a chance, and it's just over the bar from the Mechanical Duck there.
Oh, but it's going to be a clearance. It's going to be a clearance right to Mechanical Duck. I think Howling Moon just wanted to hit that to the other side to maybe where there was some space, but he didn't know that Mechanical Duck was right there. Short rotation and gets the ball in, so there's still a small chance for locals that they can get a kickoff goal or a really quick goal.
Yeah, still a chance, but Smashly really good 50 on the kickoff, and Toad Death, a bit of a tactical fake there, and Howling Moon almost finds the 5th, but this has to be a goal now for the locals if they want any chance in this game number 2. 10 seconds left to go. Oh, and it's looking like ECRC do have a chance for their 5th. Can Smashly bang it in? He hits the post.
And Toad
can't finish it. That was so close to the 5th, but what a response for iDog in game number 2 for the Seattle boys.
Yeah, really, really good from a good response from ECRC there, and I think it's a bounce back we all knew that was gonna happen. If we're honest, and no discredit to the locals, I think just ECRC usually just take a game and to kind of warm up and see what the other teams are doing, and then kind of go from there. So I'm looking at some advanced statistics
Hey.
here, Luis, and the field domination was 50-50. So it's still a pretty even match, all things considered. I think we just saw ECRC. This is going to be a stupid statement, but we just saw them score more than locals.
Yeah, that does seem to be the case here in game number 2. But no, I think ECRC just kind of played their game. You know, a lot more passing plays, a lot more just cohesive offensive play. I think in game number 1, their offensive zone play was pretty poor for their standards, but this is back to the ECRC standard that they have set over the past few years or past few seasons, excuse me, of SGL, and it feels like if the locals don't win Game 3, this is going to be 0-4 in my opinion. So this is a very important game for the locals. I could see ECRC losing this game and still winning the series. So I'm looking for the locals here to put up their best foot forward here in game number 3.
Yeah, absolutely. I think ECRC really are the kings of the mid-game adjustment. I think you see that just over the course of their history as a team, but also even the course of the season as well. Like, you know, taking TA to 5, they made a lot of adjustments in between games to take us to 5. I think you saw a lot of adjustments, obviously, from in this series from game 1 to game 2. And so we'll see how they can further improve as we see Howling Moon starting to get the attack going for ECRC. As we see the Smashly Toe Death combination, it's not going to work out this time. It's going to be a clearance, but you see all ECRC players kind of in this half picking up and stealing mid boost, so they're going to stay on the attack for a little bit longer. You see, can Doughboy get a 50 out? He can't. It's going to be a double commit from ECRC, but Smashly is back in the end to stall any locals attack.
Yeah, I'm going to be looking for the Duck here. I mean, Meki Ducky has to come up big for his team here with some solo plays if he can, and as we talk about solo plays, great offensive team play. Good to see Duck on the goal line there. That could have been the first goal for ECRC, but I love that Toe Death was just downfield, ready for that pass and then that center ball. So good team play from ECRC so far with a minute in.
See now locals maybe on an extended attack. We see Mechanical Duck trying to go to the backboard. We see a demo coming out from Howling Moon. It's going to stall anything for now. Here comes Meki Ducky. I think the net's open. I can't tell where everybody is. It's going to be a miss. Meki Ducky didn't have the boost to get back to it. And that's going to be a letdown for locals, but a breath of fresh air for ECRC as they come now again on the attack, but it's going to be cleared out. Wow, well, end-to-end stuff we have, Luis.
Yeah, that Meki Ducky has to score that, right? You're the best player on your team, and you have a really good chance, and we know his quality. Like, he can score that. So a let off for ECRC, but for the locals, man, you got to kind of regain after that sort of miss. And so far, they've settled in after that miss and have a little bit more zone time than they had in the beginning of the match. But yeah, Howling Moon, I mean, Maz mentioned Howling Moon in chat. I think he's been just getting better as the series has gone on. I think game number 1 looked a little bit lost, but he's been tremendous so far in games number 2 and 3, and this might be a chance here on the break, but Howling Moon, again, speaking of him, he no respect. I'm going straight for the ball, and that was really good play by him.
Absolutely, as we see Smashly kind of continuing the attack for ECRC, and it's going to be a whiff. I think that was Doughboy. I think it was a Fennec that missed, and Toe Death capitalizes on the 50 from Smashly.
Yeah, KJ misses. Dr. Aquatic a little bit too late, but Toe Death at the right spot at the right time, and 1-0 here in game number 3. Just about half of the game to go, and you got to feel the locals need the next goal in the game. It feels like they go down 2 here. I don't know where the offense is going to come from, and this could be the chance. Meki Ducky puts the ball in the back of the net, and yeah, what a response. I think only 8 seconds between the goals, so really, really good offensive play from Dr. Aquatic and Meki Ducky.
Yeah, Dr. Aquatic takes that ball and actually baits 2 challenges there and kind of plays the ball kind of wide on purpose. I don't know if it just kind of got stuck to his car or whatever, but nonetheless, Meki Ducky was right there to level it. And so, Luis, yeah, we have a series. This ball's just going to float up. It's going to be super awkward. Who's there? It's going to be Meki Ducky. Bounce shot. What a save from Howling Moon.
Yeah, what a skim there. I thought it was going to be a for sure goal. Meki Ducky right in the slot where you want your best shooter, and yeah, just lovely play as we see some Smashly ahead of the ball plays, which are very, very much like him, and I like when Smashly's doing those kind of interrupting ahead of the ball plays as Howling Moon beats 2. Pre-jump from Toe Death. Can he get there? He can't. Smashly shoots it. KJ with the save.
Again, they're leaving the net open, though. These attacks look really, really good for ECRC, but they got to be careful of that counterattack. If Locals can get one of those clears on target, it's going to be another goal from them, as we see another challenge here in the corner from Locals. But Doughboy is going to be in a really awkward spot. It actually ends up playing it to Dr. Aquatic with a
nice
beautiful double touch off to the side to keep the ball in the orange half for Locals, but no clear-cut chances for them just yet. As I say that, Meki Ducky, it's going to be a good save from Smashley.
Yeah, good offensive zone time here for the blue team. They've been really, really good just cycling here, and they need a little bit more quality, and this could be it. Meki Ducky shoots it on target. Toe Death with a good save, but here comes Dr. Aquatic. The blue team is in the orange half, right dogging. They're camped out. The orange guys need to get out, and they do.
Oh, that's a really good 50. I'm not sure who actually played that, but it's going to cause Doughboy to hit this off to the corner. Going to be a 50. Another demo from Toe Death. Smashley can't quite get there, but once again, all three players for ECRC have boosts. It's going to be super awkward. Meki Ducky rescues Doughboy after a misflip in net. Here we go again. Howling Moon off the corner. Meki Ducky going to challenge him on the ceiling. That's a beautiful challenge, and it's going to be a huge clear and a huge let-off for the Locals.
Meki Ducky put up a hand, and that was a big one at that. And yeah, so far, Locals, oh, that could have been an open net for Toe Death. I don't think he expected Meki Ducky to flip to the corner boost, and we have 20 seconds left. Can the Locals steal this game here with, again, 15 seconds to go? This could be it. Where's Dr. Aquatic? He's not there. Howling Moon, can he shoot the ball on target? He can, but Meki Ducky's there, and we might have an OT on our hands, right, dog?
Oh, I don't know about that. This ball is still up, and Meki Ducky's going to try and kill it. He does. Overtime in Game 3 to be put on match point.
Overtime indeed, and Dr. Aquatic wins the kickoff, and Meki Ducky gets beat to the boost, so this could be a good chance for ACRC, but just kind of gives the ball away to Dr. Aquatic here, and it's just kind of back and forth stuff. Can Meki Ducky, boom, he does. Can Dr. Aquatic get up for this? He can. Toe Death. Really good played, and it's kind of comfortable, although that was a center ball, right? That really could have been a chance for the Locals.
Yeah, and I don't think the Locals are ready for that. Smashley just kind of played it in the middle, and everybody kind of had their back to the ball. Not sure what was going on, but Dr. Aquatic is going to clear this out to Smashley. He's going to play it. Mechanical Duck was just right there. Ended up putting his big Dominus in the way. As he's going to try and go for a demo, but it's not going to connect, as that's a really good fake challenge from Toe Death to stall any momentum from Doughboy. But Doughboy's going to win that, and that's a great clear from Howling Moon. Mechanical Duck can't put that on target, but I think that has to be on target, especially in overtime.
I mean, that's a gorgeous play all around from the Locals, and Meki Ducky just sends it to Rosie, but here comes ECRC, ball in the blue half. Can the Duck control? He can. Gets dunked by Toe Death. This has to be KJ, and it is. Howling Moon pops it up. Meki Ducky low boost. The blue guys need to win this ball. They don't want to concede, and they do. Dr. Aquatic, he's been balling, man. He's been, for me, the best player on the Locals so far this series.
Yeah, absolutely. As we see a 50 out in the middle, is there going to be any fault from a blue player? No. It's going to be a good clear for now from Howling Moon as they struggle for boost. That boost is in the corner, and looks like Toad's going to take it, but Doughboy, it doesn't get the touch that he wants. Mechanical Duck comes in, but doesn't have boost. Aquatic comes in. Now it's still Mechanical Duck, but that's going to be cleared away. And this might be a counterattacking pinch opportunity from ECRC. It's going to be a whiff. Smashley's there. It's Dr. Aquatic with one of his staple insane saves to keep the game going.
Yeah, and it's awkward here. Dr. Aquatic plays it. Howling Moon's there. Can the shot find the net? It can. But Doughboy is there to break it up, and here comes Smashley. Good aerial play in the midfield. Lovely speed bite from Toe Death here. The Duck, good 50. Can he beat Howling Moon? He can't. Some really good 1v1 beats coming out from both teams, but this could be a chance for ECRC. KJ, Doughboy, doing some really good play there, but this is so awkward for the blue side. No boost for the Duck. Is there a shooter? It is. Howling Moon, can he finish the game? He can, off the crossbar, and they survive.
Unbelievable stuff. Yeah, Locals need some boost right about now as we see Doughboy trying to play this up. I think Mechanical Duck was there and turned around. It's going to be a 50, but it's going to go all the way back into the blue end. So it's sustained pressure from ECRC as we see a misread from Howling Moon. Doughboy's going to try and scoop this up, and it's going to be a miss from Dr. Aquatic. Mechanical Duck is back and plays it off to the side. And who's next? It's going to be Howling Moon. He gets beat, and that leaves the net open. Toe Death in a really awkward spot. Mechanical Duck is right there. can't get the ball across to Dr. Aquatic, and we keep going. 3 minutes in.
Yeah, lovely play from both teams. As we see a 50 that doesn't work out for KJ, but Dr. Aquatic, you mentioned it, the save machine. He just keeps finding clutch saves for his team. And here comes KJ, big 50. Can he get the ball mid? He can. Is there anybody there? No. Toadeth beats the next blue player, and KJ as well is playing really well. Can he get the bump on Smashley? He does, I think, or it was a whiff or something. But the nerves are starting to pile on, Rye Dog. Both teams making some mistakes.
Yeah, absolutely, and this game is going to be crucial, not even just for the series, but just for momentum purposes as well, as we approach 4 minutes in overtime of can you steal this game away from your opponents.
Oh.
Dr. Aquatic is going to get this one on target. It's going to be safe from Howling Moon. Doughboy is going to play this over one. Can he get back to this? He can. It's going to be a play away from Smashley as Mechanical Duck kind of gets a shot cross. And Dr. Aquatic went, which means they're going to be exposed at the back. That net was actually open. It's going to go off the crossbar.
Oh.
Mechanical Duck again to save the day. Good patience from Howling Moon, but Mechanical Duck says not today. And ECRC will have to go again.
Yeah, and if I'm ECRC here, just 50 the ball, man. It feels like they're just kind of giving it away to the blue team as we see a chance for the blue team, but no, nobody's there. That was a great chance, and yeah, man, if I'm an ECRC player, let's just get some 50s here. Keep possession, because we're just giving the ball back to the blue team, and it's causing all sorts of havoc for the Seattle side. As you see Smashley, good save again, but the ball remains in the orange half.
Yeah, we've had a little bit of everything this overtime. We've had sustained pressure from ECRC, sustained pressure from locals, back and forth action, slow plays, everything. Toadeth gonna try and beat it to the corner, can't quite get it, but he's gonna get a boost steal, which means we're gonna be on extended attack from ECRC. It's gonna be super awkward from the blue side. Dr. Aquatic does enough in the end. Mecky Ducky going down the side, beats two, which is gonna be Toadeth as Mecky Ducky backflipped. I think that was God's way of saying, you need to stay on the ground, sir. Here comes a pass. It's going to be off the backboard. Can he double it? No, it's going to be left for Doughboy. The bounce shot off the crossbar.
Really?
Dr. Aquatic puts it in. 5 minutes and 20 seconds later, locals take game 3.
Crossbar from Mecky Ducky, crossbar from KJ Doughboy, and I thought Dr. Aquatic was going to crossbar it again, but what a win. What a game. Over 5 minutes in an OT, very rare to see, and the locals come out with the result in game number 3, and you feel that was an important game for them to win just for their sake of winning this series. And I'll be honest, I mean, I predicted only one game for them, so they're out doing my prediction. And for ECRC here, I'm not too sure what to make of it. I mean, in the ranked game, they kicked my ass about an hour ago, so do that. If you're listening to ECRC, do what y'all were doing in the ranked game, because that was really good. But yeah, the locals, they're just doing locals things.
Yeah, absolutely. But yes, I agree, Luis. It's just so important. And this might be a stupid statement, right? Because you need to win a second game before you can win the series, right? You need to win a second game before you can win the third game, right? But I think that was so important for locals, because I think if they lose that game 3, they're not winning this series. I think they're losing in 4. And so I think winning this game gives them hope. And now they have 2 opportunities to win this series. And so if they do have just an off game, or if they do have, a this, that, or whatever, they can go back and regroup in that game 5. So that game 3 was super, super important for them.
I just want to point out one stat in that game. The lowest score in the lobby was Smashley with 446 points. So that's a lot of points for the lowest player in the lobby. And so, yeah, what a game number 3. And here we go, game number 4. Match point for the locals. And if you're ECRC here, you feel like this is a really, really important, not only just game to win, but this series has to be yours. And it almost starts off really well for the Howling Moon. And oh my god, the team bumps. Is it in? No, Mecky Ducky saves.
But once again, locals 0 boost. Doughboy picks up the corner. It's going to be Toadeth straight down. It's going to be cleared away by Doughboy. Those are the opportunities that you're going to see more from ECRC. The boost starving from them is it going to allow them to stay on the attack for long. And so we see a 50 coming out from Smashley. It's going to go on target. Toadeth is going to clear this away right to Doughboy. It's going to be super awkward. It's not going to go in. The ever-fabled Minecraft anvil noise of the crossbar is going to deny him this time.
Yeah, lovely shot from KJ, but just rings the post with the new ring sound, of course, in the game. KJ, another shot on net. Toe Death equal to it, but lovely start from the locals here, putting all the pressure on ECRC. Can ECRC respond? Toe Death, air dribble to the Howling Moon. Oh, and he just misses, but lovely play from Toe Death. It seems like all the offensive play is coming through the Toad himself.
Yeah, just similar to last year, right? Was he the Golden Striker or the whatever you want to call it? Golden Boot winner. There it is, Golden Boot winner from last season. And so, if he's going to be the man for the attack, he will. Howling Moon gets a flip reset off the crossbar. We see more Minecraft anvils falling. Here we go with a huge flick. Toad Death. Can he get the Psycho? No. Oh, I wanted to see the Psycho. This is going to leave Doughboy in an awkward spot. No own goal for you, sir, but Mecky Ducky will clear.
Yeah, trying to do his best Playboy Farty. We saw that own goal in that series. But yeah, so far, really good offensive pressure from both teams. Lacking the clinical nature on some of these shots, but yeah, really liking Toad Death getting more involved here. He's, for me, the best player on this ECRC side, so I look for him to get more involved here. You see a good 50 from Mr. Aquatic, who's been tremendous. Is that ball in? What in the world was that read? And Mecky Ducky, can he finish? He can't. What a save by the Howling Moon.
Can't get the clear out. It's going to be Dr. Aquatic. That's going to go off the crossbar. Another Minecraft anvil. I think that's 2 or 3 now that we've at least had. Dr. Aquatic's going to turn on this. Can he get the double? It's going to go into the middle. Is anybody there? No. Smashly kind of flops around like the flounder he is. It's going to be still nothing for both sides.
The locals have had so many chances to score. It's just they can't find the back of the net. And as I say that, Dr. Aquatic's got a bit of space here. Can he win that? He can't. Mecky Ducky has to make the save. He does. But yeah, the ball is just not finding the net for either team. Yeah,
I'm out of breath.
There's just so many shots going on right now. It's hard to commentate, to be honest, and keep up.
See Smashly there, trying to play this into the corner. Mecky Ducky's going to have to beat Toad Death and does. It's going to be really awkward for ECRC coming forward. Dr. Aquatic tries to go for a demo, but decides against it given his position. As we see a 50 out into the middle. Doughboy's going to think about this and go up and get the touch he wants, and that's going to be a beat from Howling Moon. Can he get this on target? He can't. Toad Death, can he get there? No. Oh, Howling Moon, I think there's been 2 or 3 where he's really should have scored that, and I feel like I can say that because I personally know him. So maybe we'll have a nice chat after the game about that. But nonetheless, we are a minute and a half to go, Luis, and we are still goalless.
Howling Moon on the double. Anybody there for ECRC? No. Toad Death denied by KJ overlay Doughboy himself. And yeah, I'm liking the offensive pressure from ECRC here in the last minute as we see a Mexican standoff here and good 50 from both players, but good offensive zone time. Can Howling Moon get the double? He can't. What a read by KJ. Dr. Aquatic down the other end. He can't put the ball on target, but Toad Death equal to it, and this is a free ball for Mr. Toad.
I think Howling Moon has that if Doughboy doesn't go up there. So that's a crucial save. As Howling Moon's going to play this off the backboard again. Doughboy doesn't get the read this time. This net is open, and Howling Moon this time says thank you very much. It is 1-0 ECRC with 44 seconds left.
KJ goes up, misses the ball. Dr. Aquatic, and really no man's land. You feel for him there, but Howling Moon puts his team up 1. And ECRC finally capitalized on the pressure they built in that last minute or so of gameplay. And let's see if the locals have a response. So far, they've had a response in games 1 through 3, but they need a goal here to keep their dreams of a 4-game series alive.
So it's going to be a good clearance from Dr. Aquatic, but Toad Death rotating out of the net, just backflips, and it's going to add an insurance goal from ECRC.
Mecky Ducky can't quite get to the ball, and Smashly beats him to it, and Toad Death on the receiving end of a Smashly pass, and 2-goal lead here. It feels like a big hill to climb if you're the locals, just given how the offense has gone so far in this series. And buckle up, folks. Think Champions Field's on the way unless the locals find a miracle.
Absolutely, as we see Toad Death with a big clear. I think if they can get one more big clear like that, this game is over. Or a pass across Howling Moon into the corner. That'll do it. 3-0 ECRC, and we do have Champions Field.
ECRC currently outshooting the opponents 11-5, and the result on the scoreboard speaks for itself there. And game number 5, we love going to Champions Field. There's been a lot more game number 5s in recent weeks of SGL, and so buckle up, folks. If you wanted a short series to go to bed on time, you're not getting it today. ECRC and the locals putting up some good content for us to watch. And here we go, game number 5, and it must be said, really, really good response from ECRC.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the big key there, though, too, obviously the offense clicking, but the shutout as well. Of course, locals did have their chances, but that putting up a big donut on the board on the side of locals is a little worrying if you're a locals fan, but definitely what you want to see if you're an ECRC fan. And it's funny that you mentioned the highest score in the lobby, or the lowest score in the lobby was, what, 400 something points? This time, the highest score in the lobby was about that same amount. So just the difference there is unbelievable.
Yeah, obviously playing the additional 5 minutes is going to do that as well. So we played like 2 games in the last game, but there is only one more game left in this series for either team, and I'll be honest, I think the momentum is on the ECRC side. It's going to, for me, take a locals good start, because I think ECRC started to figure some stuff out there in game number 4, and we've seen that from ECRC so far to start Season 9. They tend to get better as the series goes on, and I think Game 4 was emblematic of that. And yeah, here we go. Game number 5, Champions Field. You have the world champions and the banners on top of the stadium, and yeah, just one of the most iconic maps that we do have in the game, and let's get it. I'm ready.
Toe Death is saying 5-2 in chat, so we'll see if he can make that happen on the field as we start Game 5. Winner takes the series.
First ball is to ECRC. KJ denies. Lovely save, but a bit of a double commit there from ECRC. Toe Death, no boost. Can they capitalize on this? Oh, excuse me. He picked up the back boost here, and lovely save from him indeed. He needed all of that boost to get there, and yeah, lovely defensive play from Toe Death. He's been all over the pitch for ECRC this series.
Yeah, absolutely. I think he has to be one of my MVPs for that team, if not the one of my early MVP candidates for the entire league this year, as we see a clearance. It's not a great clearance from Mecky Ducky. He's going to require Dr. Aquatic to finish the job there and get it down. Dr. Aquatic ends up kind of doing a mini clearance and putting it into the corner. Howling Moon says, I will help you out. That's not going to lead to anything in the end, as we see the coveted Smashly leaving the ball for a teammate. It's going to be a dunk into the corner. Mecky Ducky's going to control this in his own end. It's going to be a flick over 1. Can he get it by 2? It's still on his card. It's going to be a fake Smashly. But Howling Moon is there. No fault from locals as we stay 0-0, coming to the forfeit time.
And this could be a chance here. Oh, I would have liked to see KJ turn on that, but he opts for the safer play, and Dr. Aquatic not really going for an offensive touch there given his boost totals, but this could be a chance. Howling Moon, good save, a double 50 from 2 players from ECRC. And right now, Toe Death low on boost. Can the locals capitalize? Mecky Ducky jumps, but he misses. He goes again. They double commit. This could be a chance for ECRC if they can get to the ball, but Dr. Aquatic, really good hand.
Yeah, but Toe Death ended up putting this back in a really good spot. It's going to be a demo coming out, but it's not going to mean anything. Toe Death finishes it off, and it's the lead to ECRC.
Yeah, both locals defender got smoked off on B main, and Toe Death, the duelist out of B main, puts the ball in the back of the net. 1-0 ECRC. And again, I thought if you're the locals, you really had to have the first goal, and they don't have it here. Let's see if they have a response, because ECRC have scored 4 straight.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think you really need to see more of locals just playing it around ECRC players. It's just, when you play into the 50s, it's just not working out in your favor, because I feel like ECRC have just won a lot of the 50s now in this latter part of the series. I know you talked about it a little bit in Game 3, I think it was, when we had that long overtime of ECRC just needed to win more 50s and resetting, and I think they've definitely done that and allowed them to stay on offense. As we see Howling Moon going to play this across. Toe Death fails, allows Smashly to come in, but nothing immediate in the end, as that's going to be a weird clearance from Toe Death. They're going to triple commit in the corner, but it's going to work out as here comes Doughboy. He's going to play it in the middle. That's a great pass, but just ahead of Mecky Ducky.
Mecky Ducky back wall. Can he get the bump? He can't. Howling Moon puts up a big hand, and still could be a chance if they work it right. KJ around one, he can't get the center ball there, and ECRC on the break. Howling Moon, full boost. Can he make it 2-0? He can. The Duck puts up a hand, and this ball has to get cleared down to Mecky Ducky, and it is. Can he get the bump? He can't, but he does in the back of the net. Mecky Ducky, the slow play, the mind games, and it's 1-1.
Yeah, I have no idea what's going on. Oh, Howling Moon probably thought Mecky Ducky had the first one, but Mecky Ducky living rent-free in his head. Allows that ball to bounce, and it was able to turn and get the goal. So we are level, just under 2 minutes to play, and Luis, looks like we have ourselves another really, really good game on our hands.
Yeah, you feel for the Howling Moon there on the goal line. Mecky Ducky had so many options, and so it looked a lot more awkward than maybe people thought with him having full boost in the goal line there. But Mecky Ducky coming up big for his team, and here we go, 90 seconds left. Who is going to ice up here and win the series and the game for their team? Can it be Dr. Aquatic? He tries, he flicks, toe death, doing toe death things and denying the Doctor.
It's gonna be a huge clear from Howling Moon. That's really good because there was a triple commit there for that save. As Dr. Aquatic comes in, can he get it by Smashley? It's a really good save from Smashley. Playing it out to the corner, Doughboy. It's gonna play this up into the middle. It's gonna go a little far, but is gonna get a demo, so not all things lost. As Dr. Aquatic will say he went for the boost first instead of the ball there, but it's gonna be a pass over. Smashley, it's gonna go, oh, that's really awkward. Howling Moon, can he get a read on it? No, Doughboy's there. And with under a minute left, Dr. Aquatic wins a huge 50 in the middle to get the ball back onto the orange side. Dr. Aquatic plays it over, but no help there from his team.
Yeah, and Dr. Aquatic bit on an island there. Both of his teammates were in their own half, and this could be a chance, and Dr. Aquatic gets a good 50. This ball has to be cleared if you're the blue team here, and Mecky Ducky, limited boost totals here. Can you wait on the mid boost? And just feel like both teams don't want to make the mistake, Rydog. Both playing pretty conservative ball, but just kind of giving the ball back to each other. And again, it's going to come down to see who's willing to take that extra step and progress the ball downfield. Can it be Mecky Ducky here? 10 seconds to go. Ball on his hood. He flicks it wide. And I think we're going to OT if I'm being honest, Rydog. Unless the locals have something to say about it. Can someone be there to shoot the ball? They can. Oh, and it's OT.
Oh, here we go. Who's going to have their Justin moment on Champions Field? Here we go. Maybe not the same stakes with, RLCS Worlds and an SGL League game in Game 5, but nonetheless, here we go. Mecky Ducky, can he get a block? He can't. That net is open. Toad just has to backflip, and he does. After all of that, we have that goal to end the series. ECRC win the last 2 games of the series to take all 4 points.
Yeah, and just not the touch you want to see out of Mecky Ducky there. Puts the ball in harm's way, but credit to ECRC punishing a mistake out of the back from the locals, and they take it in 5 games, and what was a really entertaining series from both teams. So GG's to both teams there, and yeah, wow, that was way closer of a series than I would have expected, but ECRC in the end find a way, as they always do, it seems like, and take all 4 points.
Yeah, and we kind of said it before, Luis. It just takes a minute for ECRC to kind of get going, if you will, and it took a little bit longer than usual, but they did it in just the right amount of time to be able to get the series win.
Yeah, a bit of a role reversal in Game 5. Shots were 8-4 in favor of the locals. You saw the shot totals favoring the ECRC in game number 4, but shot totals mean absolutely nothing if you don't put them in the back of the net, and ECRC way more clinical in that department. And hopefully we'll be hearing from both sides with some interviews. Looks like Howling Moon will be making an appearance for ECRC. Still waiting on if anyone from the locals will join us in the booth as well. But again, GG's to both teams. GG's to everybody in chat. Spanky, Funk, everybody that joined. Birdnana, Pones, Toad himself while playing. It's good to see everybody in chat at what is already 12:50 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I do appreciate all the old men, as Ponesy was saying. It's ruining his old man's sleep schedule. Good to see you guys sticking with us tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're gonna have Howling Moon join us in the booth here shortly. Mr. Howling Moon, what a comeback! Down 2-1 in the series and take the win in Game 5. Talk to me about how you guys were feeling throughout the series, because it was definitely a lot of ups and downs.
Yeah, we were feeling pretty good. I think the most importantly, we were just trying not to get in each other's ways. I think kind of a common thing that's been said is that I'm just trying to get, gelling with the team, try and get all of us in good rotations and make sure that we're playing good as a team. Definitely different, all of us being, twos mains, so we're all bringing into third and they've played together, so just kind of integrating me as much as possible and getting practice in together.
Yeah, Rydog mentioned the back and forth affair of the series. Talk to me about that Game 5 OT. It was pretty quick from you guys. Was there anything that was talked about in those mere seconds as y'all were going into that Game 5 OT?
Yeah, I think, and most importantly, what we were just trying to say is don't give them space and time, especially Ducky. We were just trying to make sure to be all up in their face, and I think you guys could probably see a little bit of a change in the second and third games. We were trying to just be more aggressive and just kind of be out the gate. We were doing that in some earlier comp games, and it was working out for us, so we just wanted to implement that here.
Yeah, and talk to me a little bit about, the roster. Obviously, you said you're kind of coming in new to the team this season, and honestly, I mean, non-biased aside, I think you're playing really, really well. But talk to me like the play style difference, right? Because I saw, of course, you, Gojo, and Toad Death playing ranked yesterday, and we happened to cross paths, and I said it on stream, and I'll say it again, that it was our third. Nelly and I knew what you guys were doing, but our third teammate had no idea what he was doing. That's why we lost. But talk to me about maybe the play style difference when you have like a person like Gojo there, in as like your third player, and then compared to Smashly, because you guys look different on the field.
Yeah, no, definitely agree. I think Smashly has been a huge training packs player, and when I say that, I mean he's great at like you shoot the ball up at him, and you can trust he's going to get a touch on that towards the middle, whether it be towards the teammate or on net. I think with Gojo and Toad and I think we kind of play back and kind of try and make a decision as best as we can, but with Smashly kind of interrupting and doing that sort of thing, it works out really well. And then Toad and Gojo and I think we've been trying to like find our gel and who likes to stay back a little bit more versus who's going when. We have a lot of twos rotations, so I think we're just trying to work through that.
And obviously for you guys, 2 straight series wins after failing to win in y'all's first 2 series. Is it just down to more playing time that you guys are finding the results that you guys wanting now, or is there something else? Or, yeah, speak to me on just the momentum y'all have right now.
Yeah, absolutely. I think after the first game, we kind of realized, okay, we definitely need a little bit more practice, and started to. And even through the second game, I think we had realized we need to get on earlier and warm up and make sure that we are getting in time throughout the week and not just right before these games. And I think we're starting to see that change here, getting a lot more practice in together. So it's going well.
Yeah, love to hear that. Love to hear that. Obviously, yeah, you're coming into the team. You guys have looked really, really good, and I think those first 2 weeks are not indicative of your guys' play, and I think these last 2 weeks have showed us that you guys are essentially back. I think those first 2 weeks you probably played with your monitors off, but now that the monitors are on, other teams definitely should be scared. But before we let you go, Mr. Howling Moon, we want to give you the floor for any shoutouts or anything like that.
Well, shout outs to the team. We've been practicing a lot more, as I said, and I think that all of us putting in a little bit more effort throughout the week to get together and play, I think that's really making a difference. And I think that we're all just keeping a positive attitude towards everything. Even through those first 2 weeks, we know we're good enough to be huge competitors in the league, so we were like, just keep our heads up. And I think my team is very positive with each other, and we just got to keep that up moving forward.
Hell yeah, man, and we appreciate you joining us. And again, congratulations on the series win, and thank y'all for bringing in the content for the stream and the chat with the Game 5, even though they're a little nerve-wracking. So yeah, we appreciate you, man.
Of course, yeah. Thanks for having me, for commentating and having me in for a little interview. It was fun.
Awesome.
Yes, sir.
And
Yes, sir. Mr. Howling Moon, have yourself a good evening.
Thank you. You as well.
Yeah, I know he's my boy. I know him. I played ball and played soccer in college with Howling Moon, but he's a good man. And so I'm so happy of how he's fit in with the team, because I will say, I'm gonna toot my own horn here and say that I was kind of the one to get him connected with Smashly and all that. Well, it's reciprocated, right? Because Smashly kind of joined our team in Timber's army, and so I'm repaying the favor by giving him Howling Moon. So no, but yeah, that team is really scary regardless of what team they put out. And don't look into the first 2 weeks that they played. Look into these last 2 weeks to really get like a good like understanding if you're watching film or if you're playing them soon, because it's going to be a lot more indicative of how they play.
yeah, absolutely. And I do think we have another interview lined up. I think KJ Doughboy, Mr. Overlay God himself, will be joining us soon. And oh, there he is. The before mentioned KJ. KJ, obviously heartbreaking series loss, but yeah, talk to me about how the team's feeling after that thrilling Game 5 series.
Yeah, it was a good series. ECRC played really well. Yeah, it was tough to take the loss on that, especially since we pushed it to overtime. But like I said, ECRC played really well. They came in with a good physical strategy, and we just didn't have a counter for it.
Yeah, absolutely. And talk to me a little bit about that Game 3 overtime, because obviously we played an extra game of Rocket League. And I know, speaking from being in the booth, Luis and I were out of breath talking about everything and lots of things going on. I guess, how do you and your team kind of stay calm in those moments, right? Because there's a lot of back and forth. There's a lot of pressure. There's a lot of, you guys having pressure. And so how do you stay calm in those moments?
I don't know if I'd say we stayed calm the entire time. Some of those moments in the back were definitely a bit dicey. Some of the moments in the front ended up a bit dicey. We were looking at the save totals between games. It's just like, for both teams, I think they had 9 and we had 11, something like that. Just crazy talk of that. We didn't tell you ahead of time. Both teams decided to do a crossbar challenge during the series. And it manifested primarily in that overtime.
Yeah, that we were commentating about that on stream. Like, just the amount of crossbars posed, it felt like you guys just were playing crossbar challenge. You just didn't want to score the ball. And my last question for you, because I don't really we've talked a lot tonight, but Dr. Aquatic played out of his mind. I don't know what he was on tonight, but he was like, that was the best performance that I've seen out of him this season. So yeah, talk to me about Dr. Aquatic, man. What was he eating before the series? He was balling.
Yeah, I don't know. He's just I think he's been back on the grind a little bit and improving himself, and definitely starting to show a bit in game.
Yeah, 100%. I think I joined a little bit late, but he was definitely in kind of one of my players of the match or players of the series for you guys, just because of like the impact he was making right as soon as I joined the server. Like, I just saw Dr. Aquatic. So really excited to see how he keeps developing over the course of the season, because I think obviously all three of you guys are key players of your team, right? And I think hopefully a lot of the SGL community would say the same thing of, you could say even last season you had a Mecky Ducky that could take over games, but all three of you guys, when you guys all three play really well, you guys are unstoppable. And so you guys are getting to that point. So other teams, just because they lost this heartbreaking series, be very careful of locals, because they can pop off, especially when Doughboy has that horse engine, and you hear him behind you, and he's gonna demo you. But no, I have 2 more small things for you. Doughboy, thanks for the scarves, man. I appreciate it. I love them. But the second thing being, before we let you go, we just wanted to give you the floor for any shout-outs, Mr. Overlay himself.
Yeah, shout outs again. I always start with everybody at SGL. Y'all are killing it. I'm glad I could help out with getting the stream, adding a little pretty to the stream. Hope we've been entertaining everybody with that. Shout out to any of the locals that might have tuned in. I actually remembered to post in there before we started this time. And yeah, and again, shout out to ECRC. That was a really good series. I'm glad I could draw you out to chase me all the way in my end as we were going forward.
Hell yeah, man. And hey, you guys gave us great content. So that was Game 5 OTs are great content. So we appreciate you, KJ, and thank you for stopping by, man.
All right, thanks. Have a good one.
It's crazy, Luis, that we have like this amount of parity in SGL, and
Yeah.
you know, you look at like these teams, and you know, you see locals. I'm sure we'll bring up the table at some point of just like where these teams are in the table. Thank you, Maz. Perfect. But like the 1-2 record, and even like Rebellion, because of course I'm sure you guys talked about it already, just kicking the crap out of Timber's Army. Like all of these teams can win on any given day, and so you have to be your best. And I think locals were best for 2 games, and unfortunately couldn't get that third. And ECRC were best for 3 games, and that's why they got the series win.
Yeah, I mean, I had ECRC power ranked, I had the locals exceeding power ranked 6th. So, I mean, we're seeing these teams, and I'll be honest, my power rankings of the top 4 teams are incredibly interchangeable, and so for a team at the bottom of the table to put up, they were 1 goal away from winning the series. Just kind of shows you the parity. Yeah, I mean, and that makes it fun for everybody playing, commentators, fans, players. You know, it's kind of boring to have a bunch of blowouts, and so yeah, kudos to the Rebellion, and kudos to the locals for putting up really good fights against the top teams, and yeah, it's been really fun to see these teams just not quit, even though they've had relatively bad starts for their standards. So, and the table reflects that too, with only 1 team still being undefeated, and they only played 2 games, so it's not really fair to talk about that too much. But yeah, parity's been sick.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's a perfect segue into kind of the upcoming schedule that we have going on the rest of the week. Of course, we do have the Premier and Championship going on at both times. We had 1 game already yesterday, EM Big Dogs with a huge Game 5 result against Steel Army. I will have to go watch that VOD because I did not see that, so I will have to do that.
Yeah, that was cinema. Yeah.
Was it? All right. I'll have to go back and watch that. And of course, ECRC, what you just saw, taking down locals in 5. Luis, I guess, except for our own series that's coming up, what of the other 3 games are you kind of circling as kind of the next match of the week?
I'm looking at that EC Eternal Rebellion game. The Rebellion obviously coming off a big win last week, and Eternals have yet to find their first series win. So I'm interested to see if the Rebellion can keep up that sort of performance, and let's see if EC Eternal can kind of find their way into getting their first series win, because obviously I'm holding a lot of their stock, so I need them to win that game. So yeah, I'm looking at that game as obviously besides our game, which I think will probably be played on Thursday. I know it's not on the graphic, but I think Huey ended up responding for the time, and I'm cool with that as well. Yeah, looking forward. I hope the Eternals get their first win of the season.
Yeah, I hope so too, and I think I watched them for the first time last week, and I felt like they play really, really good. And so that's what we're saying about the parity, right? Like, you just have to be your best every single game, every single day that you play. And so, yeah, that one I'm definitely circling. Of course, I'm going to toot our own horn. I think the match of the week, if you would say, would be our Timbers Army EM series top 4 matchup right there, right? For Premier, so that should be good. And yes, I know it's not confirmed, but like Louis said, Thursday night, I think we decided 8 Pacific time, 11 Eastern for that one. So big day on Thursday. We got 3 matches on Thursday for you, so that should be super, super fun. I'm excited for the Axe and Rose series versus Los Verdes, and that's why I was a little late to the stream today. I was with the Axe and Rose guys going over some replays and stuff, and so they really, really want it. I've said it before on stream and off stream. They are the new EC Defiance. They might be at the bottom now, and they might be at the bottom the whole season, but over the course of the future seasons, they're going to make their way up. And so they want it really bad, and so I'm super excited for them. They play Los Verdes on Thursday at 8 p.m. as well. So we'll probably have a red zone style cast for that one. But Luis, I guess any final thoughts before we let you guys go to bed? It's 1 o'clock.
Yeah, I appreciate everyone being here. Mads, obviously behind the scenes, you joining as well for helping me in the commentary booth, and yeah, appreciate chat. Good to see you guys. GG's to both teams, and again, congratulations to ECRC. They're finding their rhythm, so teams better watch out in the Premier because a good ECRC is always going to be a challenge for any team.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, of course, same thing as Luis. Thanks everybody for tuning in. We appreciate it. And I guess be on the lookout for Thursday. Thursday is going to be a super match day for pretty much the rest of our games. So we can't wait to see you then. And have a good night, everybody.